Hey up guys, it's Jade today giving you, I guess, a semi-cheesy but maybe a cost-saving video on how you can get unlimited teleportals to travel around the core. This is not something you should be doing within the first few days. It does require you to have gone through at least the first 3 or 4 bosses, but I do think it's worth pointing out because it will save you on so many resources when it comes to crafting your own teleportals and pretty much getting an unlimited amount of the waypoint ones. With also a semi-cheese on how to get the junior slime pet. The down low, if you don't want to watch a whole video explaining it, is you need to get your mining score above 850. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and mine any of the waypoints except the one at the core. Your pickaxe is going to be the biggest one that lends itself to that mining score, but there are a few ways that you can sneak around it with a lower end pickaxe, rather than by the time probably the octarine one is really going to make sure you're able to do this. So the down low is what you're basically doing once you've got your mining score up to 850, not a single weapon but your overall score, combining the accessories and armor that you can check on your skills. You start a new world but you bring your old character. This has long been a cheesy way that you can get certain resources quickly and easily if you really wanted to, but basically there will be a waystone right next to Lurch, the abominable mass, and so you just need to find him in the early stages and pretty much you'll be able to dig up the waystone there. Every boss in the game, apart from the ones that roam around, are always the same amount of tiles away from the core. They may be in different directions, hence why you need the scanners, but you can roughly work out where some of them are, especially this one as it's so close to the core. And near every single boss, except the ones that roam again, you will find a waypoint. So if you do come across a waypoint and you thought it was just a bit random, they're not just randomly placed. They will be very close to a boss, so go check back some of them and dig around. And that's it. With your 850 mining score, you can dig it up and pretty much go. You can see I'm using an octarine pickaxe. There are some ways that you'll be able to do this even with an ancient pickaxe or maybe even a scarlet one. It all just depends on how lucky you've got with certain accessories and armor pieces to get your mining score up. The added benefit of this is you're really close to Glurch, so you might as well go and kill him and you'll be pretty OP at this point by the time you've got through the first 3 or 4 bosses. So you can farm Glurch as well and hopefully get hold of the junior slime for the completionists out there. He does give some good stats, but not as good as some of the other slimes later. He gives 8% increase in boss damage when he hits him at least, and he will have a chance of slowing down enemies too. So obviously just go and hatch your oozy egg and you'll have Slime Junior. The rest of the resources are all pretty useful. You've got pet sweets sometimes, and anything else you can go ahead and immediately sell to the trader that you don't want, including the slime jar because you won't need any more, as well as his chest if you're not looking for any more, and make some coins back because you probably spent a bit on getting some of your gear upgraded enough that you could get your mining score up early. And if you're looking to just farm Glurch anyway, well, this saves you then the 500 coins needed to go and buy this summon idol every time from one of the traders. So why cheese? Why go to another world to do this? Because the portals are super expensive. 100 copper bars, 100 iron, octarine, and then 200 coral planks, 20 mechanical parts, and 30 ancient gemstones. That's for just one portal. You'll have to make another one. They also take 20 minutes to charge up, whereas the waypoints only take 10 minutes. So that's a huge saving on resources if you haven't been spending enough time mining and gathering certain stuff. So the idea is we're trying to get our score up to 850 the quickest way we can with the minimum amount of gear. You could try explosives, that's what I did at first, because the bomb and I think the red one both say they're way above 850 in mining damage, but as you can see they don't work. The only one that does is pretty much the end game bomb that you can get, the pretty much sulfur bomb that has 5,000 mining damage, and it did do the trick. Maybe this will change in future, making this even easier to go ahead and get lots of way portals. But yeah, don't bother with explosives. So the biggest increase in your mining damage is going to be your pickaxe, and that's pretty obvious. The further you go through the game, the better the pickaxe you get, the more you can dig through. Everyone was telling me that you could go and pick up the waypoints as soon as you get hold of the solarite pickaxe, and I was like, that's a long time. That's what got me thinking, right, let's see if we can find a better way. Ancient pickaxe does about 400, maybe a bit less depending on whether or not you've reinforced it, and it's got a better chance of dropping from killing Asios as well as finding it in the Asios biome and stuff. It is better than the scarlet one. I would say that's probably the bare minimum. The easiest way though is wait until you get to the Sunken Sea and you manage to craft yourself an octarine pickaxe, and it does make this kind of build a bit easier. We are going to need accessories, and some of these accessories you'll probably hopefully have had a chance to find, as well as certain pieces of armour like caveling trousers and maybe some of the lava helm and chest piece. Caveling pants give you 9% mining damage. Also, octarine pickaxe does 411 damage, but when you reinforce it, it increases it quite a bit. And then yeah, anything you can find that's going to increase your mining damage percentage. That's generally always going to increase your overall mining damage, rather than just go for stuff that's got a flat mining damage number. So Morphar, the water slime that you can find in the Sunken Sea, his bag gives you 12% mining damage. The bronze helm gives you 6% mining damage, but the lava armor pieces give better stats. You can get the lava helm from taking on the hive mother or finding it in certain hive chests. It gives 26 mining damage, and at this stage of the game, before you've got to Sunken Sea, it's probably going to be the highest that you can get in terms of a helmet. The lava chest piece you actually get drops from Gorm again, as well as hive chest that you can find. That gives a flat rate of 28 mining damage. Necklaces to look out for: Asios Big Necklace gives 41 mining damage, and obviously you got a great chance of picking it up from defeating Asios. Good chances of Rusted Necklace are in any of the locked octarine chests, as well as any of the melody rooms that you find in the Forgotten Ruins, mould biomes, and just general seashell chests that you find in the Sunken Sea. You can also find it in the driftwood chests and beached jellies too. This is probably one of the best actual items that you can hope to get, because it does give 19% mining damage, and when you upgrade it, it increases it by 2%. Don't get confused between reinforcing, using the reinforcing bench or the dismantle bench, and then the actual upgrade bench, which you can get once you get to the Scarlet era. As said, anything you reinforce will increase the mining damage but not the mining percentage, so you will have to upgrade it with actual coins and whatever ingots to go ahead and get an increase in percentage chance. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but yeah, Ring of Stone, really early game item that you probably have found, and the Ring of Rock. Pretty much chests all over in copper chests and some of the iron chests that you come across either in the beginning zones and the Forgotten Ruins. Both have a chance of dropping when you're digging actually terrain as well, like the dirt and clay, you'll get the stone ring, and then the rock one you've got a chance of picking up when you mine stone. So hopefully you're getting the idea. There's other items too, like Omerous Necklace gives 10% mining damage. Topaz Ring, good chance of finding it in lots of octarine chests, but also lots of the melody rooms again inside the mould biome and the Forgotten Ruins biome. That's 23% mining damage. There's lots more other items, but they're all pretty much after the Sunken Sea, so I don't really see the point in talking about it, because you're probably going to be okay with obviously the octarine pickaxe, and by this stage your skill in mining should be pretty high. If you're a bit too low, you've reinforced all your armor pieces you're wearing, then you may have to go ahead and upgrade a few things. But obviously if you have been lucky enough to find stuff like the core iris because you went and explored the Desert of Beginnings and you went into the lava zone, then that's a good chance of dropping from there. But at that stage, if you're that far, you can just craft the Galaxite pickaxe, and obviously that's going to probably help out just as much as anything else. I did record for 2 hours going over stat after stat of all these items, but let's face it, you get the idea. I'll just briefly mention the upgrade costs for some of this stuff. So upgrading the Ring of Stone increases the damage by 6 and only costs initially some copper and some ancient coins, and then the next level will be obviously tin. So you can do that a couple of times again, and yep, you'll be getting these coins back because you'll be farming Glurch as well and selling any extra gear that you don't need. The armors start off a bit more expensive because they're higher level, so you may need iron bars and then maybe straight onto scarlet bars to get any upgrades. And ideally you're looking to improve the percentage chance rather than flat damage, but it all helps. And if you're lucky enough to have found one of the necklaces I spoke about, maybe that one too. The arm pieces do start getting expensive with 211 ancient coins and 16 scarlet bars to get to this lava chest up to level 10. The caveling pants is a percentage chance, and you do get a chance of getting them from killing lots of cavelings, so well worth upgrading them. So my goal really was to see if I could get the cheapest pickaxe or the lowest level pickaxe combined with upgrading other gear and see how quick I would be able to go and mine a bunch of waypoints. With all my armor, including also the lantern, as that increases the mining score on it as well, and my accessories, I just about got over 850. With this character that starts at 0 mining. Like I said, by this point if you got to the Sunken Sea, you are going to have a much better mining score, and so it should be a bit cheaper. It did cost quite a bit of scarlet ingots to get to that point with some of them accessories and arm pieces, but I really wanted to see if I could do it with either the scarlet pickaxe or the ancient pickaxe, and the ancient pickaxe is probably the best one. Anything higher is going to be a bonus and just make your life easier. So you can start up as many worlds as you want, just bring the same character in. Doesn't really matter if you put it on casual, easy or hard. I figured, oh, I might be able to get some experience by killing Glurch a little bit if I put it on hard. And you could do that a bit, but I didn't really notice like a huge increase. And then just dig around in the 4 directions, north, south, east or west, and eventually you will hit either Glurch himself or hopefully the actual waypoint. It takes time, it's not the perfect glitch, it's not the perfect cheese, but it's still, I think, important, because when you compare how much it costs to make your own teleportals, it's definitely a better way for me, I think. All just depends on what you've been doing, if you set up lots of mining for all the octarine bars and you've got the planks going as well. So let me know, what method are you going to do? The hard fought one of getting all the resources needed to make the teleportals yourself, or are you going to do a bit of cheesing and go and get as many waypoints as you want? I'll be back with more top videos talking about the best stuff in Core Keeper, like the best weapons, armor sets and more. Go and check out some of my other guides and I'll see you ratbags later.